Bambini time.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode on Bambini TV show. Remember, your number one kids show. I'm your humble host, Abdullah Arinya. We are discussing the topic COVID-19, the rise of it in our senior high school. We know we've opened schools, and what are our parents doing about it? Since some of our students have encountered this COVID-19 and some cases are positive. So I'm here with two beautiful guests. As you all know, they are
Helena Quest
and
Rudy Savako Amazado.
So, who will be for or against the motion? Should students come back home or they should continue with their examination? What do you think?
What do I think?
Yes.
Really? So you did mention that who is for and against the motion. With what I'm sitting with right now, I don't think this is even debatable. We were here when two cases, imported cases, came in Ghana. You see how big Ghana is compared to our senior high schools. When two cases came, it rapidly spread. And now we have over 1,000 cases here in Ghana. So I don't think this is debatable because you claim, let me just be centered on Accra Girls School.
Okay.
It was said 8 people were tested positive. Now you see all this happening. You are supposed to take those positive kids to the isolation center, and then you do some mass testing for the remaining students. This is not the whole Ghana, just for a school. Then whosoever have it, you take them to the isolation center and take the rest of them home.
But I'm sure they've done that already because as I'm speaking to you now, it's now 55 students who have been confirmed positive.
So why are they still
in
there?
Accra Girl. So what do you
So
say? Should they
with
go
me,
home?
with me, I think the harm has already been done. And if they take these kids back, you see, you just made an example that it was only 2 people that were allowed. If Ghana had shut down their borders, none of this would have happened. They were thinking about the money, the country will go broke and all that. And with education, there are so many ways to write the WASI. With the universities, they wrote their exams online.
Yeah.
They did everything online. And then we had in Asia too, some schools opened, and then we saw what happened.
Yeah.
It was a big blow, but yet they opened the schools, the senior high schools, and even junior high. But junior high has not recorded any case. So the harm has already been done. With the schools that have not recorded any case, I think before they let the children go, I'm not saying all schools should go back home,
Right.
but then with those that have not recorded any case, they should test all of them before they go back home. Yeah.
So that is, if I'm really getting what these two beautiful girls are saying, you are for the motion and you are against the motion.
So we are for the right thing to be done.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a very serious issue. She did mention for a fact that the harm has already been done.
Yes.
Yeah, which I agree to it. But then she also added that we should take some precautions because we were here when all this were happening in Ghana, and then we kept saying only 2 cases, things to be done, and it went out of proportion.
And you know, prevention is always better than cure.
It's actually the cure.
It's actually the cure. Okay, so as we are still talking about COVID-19, make sure you are keeping safe. Practice your social distancing. Be washing your hands. It's sometimes very hectic, you know.
And you know,
We
people
are
are doing
used to
all
this.
these.
Yes.
But still.
And especially in our schools, it's really killing us. So as Rudy said, this is not debatable, though. But I also side with Helena in a way because we've already opened schools and we are left with just few time to write our final examination, and then we come home
But
and
then
we'll be at home for
I'm
the rest.
confused. What are they doing with that final examination when we are
You know,
in
not
crisis?
everybody is abreast with this online thing. With the universities,
They ought to
They
be
don't want
abreast.
it to affect the educational, calendar. They have time to write exams. And then, with WASI, it's West Africa.
yes.
So they are writing with West African countries. So if they don't back out, they'll be like, if they don't say, okay, Ghana is not writing this year.
Okay, but you know that
can debate on
yes, that's where the problem is coming from. But it's up to one country to stand up and say that we are not writing. You get it?
Nigeria has come up saying that they won't write WASSCE.
Okay.
But for Ghana, they are writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why most people don't even believe that there's coronavirus. Because
Thank
they look
you.
at the
Yeah.
circumstances. If you really want them to write it, then maybe there's something the officials or government is not telling us, the electorate, because you want them to write. Why not African countries coming together with their committee and then just put it.
And another thing that they are doing to put the kids at risk is they are even registering them in schools.
From someone or one of our fans, those watching Bambini.
Okay.
And this is what the person is saying. He says that he's enjoying what we are doing here, but schools must remain open. My reason is that we are the future leaders. This is from Samuel Opon.
Really?
So Samuel is saying that we should still insist on being in school here. Yeah. Don't forget you can also bring.
But you know,
the WhatsApp number below
what do you call it? The Deputy Health Minister, Dr. Okoboy, he says that when the case gets to 15%, that's when they'll close down the schools.
The same thing with the borders. When we get imported cases, they're going to close down the borders, and now we are here today.
All right, let me read this one too from Isiama. He also says, my reason is that if the school remain opened, maybe students from home going to school can send the corona thing to the school.
Of course they will.
So he also side with Helena. Yes. And then who also is siding with Rudy?
No, there's no sides here. We are talking about the facts.
Yeah.
This is not debatable at all.
Okay, this one is also coming from Kweku Opoku Sapon. He says, all you have to do is to follow the precautions. That's all. So, in order for us to prevent COVID-19 cases in school everywhere, let's just follow the protocols. And I think this one will go a long way to help us in order to.
But wait, before you wrap up, you're saying protocols. That's what our education minister and the rest, our leaders said. They should follow the protocols in schools. Okay. But you know how kids are. Mm-hmm. Even we, the adults, matured ones, we've been touching ourselves and all that. Mm. So by all means, I might wash my hands and all that, but someone might touch me and I might sniff or do something. You get it? Yeah.
So right now, we all know that COVID-19 is existing and stuff. We are still announcing everywhere we go. So please, let's take caution. And our dear daughters and brothers at school too, we should help them with prayers, because this COVID-19 thing, you don't know even if you have it or not. Since they are now seeing with the effects, now you don't have any signs for it. All right, so your last word for our mothers and siblings watching us.
Well, with those in schools, yes, they should still wash their hands and avoid the touching. People are touching each other. And then always remember, wear your nose masks as well. And even if you can get the face shield, because that one too, it helps in protecting your eyes. And with our mothers, please take heart. Don't go to the schools. If you go to the schools and you get the COVID-19, you take it home and spread it. Yes. So please stay home and stay safe.
All right. Yeah, that's really.
So lastly, I will say, if you people have strength in protesting for certain things that are not very necessary, I think the children who have not have the COVID years to come home and be in the safety of their parents. Because if anything should happen, everything will be sent back to the government, going back and forth.
Really, is still insisting on
I'm insisting because
home.
Maybe if you don't have a child, you don't know how it feels to have a child. I saw the plea of parents wanting them to come home, and it's hurt. What are they actually doing in the school right now? Nothing.
Okay.
They should be home and be safe.
Oh, very, very well. Please, let's take caution and be safe. So we wrap up for today. God willing, next week we shall meet again. Thank you so much for your time.